Hi there, internet associate. It's Anthony, and I'm about to watch another episode of The Walking Dead. So this is season 2, episode 6, Secrets, and it seems like a lot of people have some secrets right now. What first comes to mind, of course, is Lori and her pregnancy thing that she's trying to keep from both Rick and Shane. I guess until she can figure out what she's gonna do about that. Like I wonder, does she even know whose child it is? Because we sure don't so far. My guess, like I said, is that it's Rick's, but we're gonna think it's Shane's for a little while, but I don't know. Then also Glenn has the secret, for one thing, not really what he's got going on with the farmer's daughter isn't that much of a secret, I guess, since, Herschel noticed it. But there is the thing that he found at the end of last episode with all the walkers inside, the hayloft or whatever. So that's pretty big too. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see what secrets may be uncovered. Maybe there's some secrets that we don't even know about that we're about to learn. So let's go ahead and get into it. The Walking Dead, Season 2, Episode 6, Secrets. Carl, back on his feet.
Everything's food for something else.
True. Carl seems older. Like being shot, aged him up 2.5 years. And of course, also, he's just actually kind of grown, especially since season 1. Since this is the first time since the first episode of season 2 that we've even seen him up and about. What's going on? What? What in the world? What in the world, dude? So they're feeding those to the walkers? Somebody call Peter.
Boy, you have to keep this to yourself. You have to. Please.
As long as it's not hurting all them, I guess it's not that big of a deal. They weren't trying to use the things on them, so I guess it's their right to have their secret or whatever in their hayloft. But hopefully they don't have something nefarious planned.
We're good.
Daryl is quite the forgiving person because she shot him in the head.
But hey, shoot me again, best pray I'm dead.
I'll make another run into town. Just tell me what you need.
I need you to be quiet about this. All right? Please.
Kind of what he's doing, but he's got a point. Even if you don't want to tell anybody, he knows now, so you might as well at least let him help.
Come into the RV. He said he wanted a walkie. Did you send him for one?
So on top of everything else,
He lied. He's in trouble.
Marshall, it's none of my business, but I'm happy to do it. It's your call.
well, I'm not comfortable with it.
He's been shot. He's in a
Don't
zombie
make me out to
apocalypse.
be the unreasonable one here, Rick.
Is it that unreasonable to learn how to shoot?
Now, if we're gonna do this, you listen to Shane,
Okay, Dad.
all right? Be careful.
I hope that Carl finds Sophia.
Somebody told you something that somebody else should know.
Glenn, stop being dramatic. Spit it out.
Yeah, you're basically already giving
There's
it away.
walkers in the barn and Lori's pregnant.
Yeah, you just spilled the beans.
Who says I didn't hit my target?
Oh, snap. That was pretty impressive.
I heard the moans.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
At least he didn't, say that Glenn told him.
It might well.
We put down a walker.
You killed a person.
Oh, wait, does he think these people can be redeemed? Brought back? Well, that's an interesting reasoning that they have for keeping all those things in the barn. They need to see that presentation that, that Dr. Jenner or whatever gave at the CDC to see, these things they're not really people anymore. They're not the people that they were.
It's all around you. They're in the woods. They're in the RV. Gotta need more than a damn screwdriver.
Stop badgering me.
I need
Too
more than a
damn
screwdriver.
emotional. Stop taking
This pressure is
You're
good.
so
though.
calm.
This is more realistic.
See that?
Ooh.
See, I can be pissed off. I could be whistling Dixie, and I always hit the target.
Ooh.
God, you shoot like a damn girl. You
Dang.
stand here. You point your weapon. 9 feet. He's right there. That's the walker that got Amy. Now you shoot that son of a bitch. Shoot him.
He said that's the walker that got Amy. She's like, are you serious right now? That was a really, I see what he was doing before that. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. He's upping the pressure and not making it like a calm, serene type, oh, you got this. you got this, because that's not how it would be in real life. But bringing up Amy, though, that was pretty far. That's the type of thing, I mean, like, you might want to do with, you know, great discretion. Andrea definitely doesn't seem like the type of person to bring that up with. I mean, I could see that working on somebody like Shane, but for Andrea, no.
Were you gonna tell me?
Of course.
When? How long have you known?
Not long. You don't need to worry about this.
How do you expect me not to worry? We have shelter here.
Okay, well,
Food,
Lori,
water, and
you
medical
can't be mad at him for not telling you anything, though. Let's just be honest there. You're hiding a pretty big secret yourself that does impact him and everyone else as well. So, you're doing the same thing.
Okay, we will get by. We will.
No, I thought she maybe was going to say something, too. I thought she was going to reveal a little bit of information, but I guess not.
Cooking meat. She was a meat-eating gal, my wife. But with the pregnancy,
I feel like Lori isn't going to fall for this.
That
She's going to know
Thanksgiving-
Glenn told him.
the turkey, she couldn't be in the house for
She was
2
like,
days
save it.
until it was aired out. Poor thing.
Glenn told.
What did you expect? The boy
Yeah.
has no.
It's Rick's. None of the rest of it matters.
Okay, well, that's good. Although now that she said that it's Rick's baby, that makes me scared that she thinks it's Rick's, but it's going to end up being Shane's. I'm always scared that things are going to go the opposite direction that the characters think.
Tell me that my baby grow up to be your age and die happy.
Well, that's not fair. How could he know that?
What do you call?
Mom. Sean. Mr. and Mrs. Fisher. Lacey, Duncan.
Wow. Ah, dang it. You got still just a sick person. But you're going to be fine with him killing that. Don't you got to get in the brain, though, still? Yeah. Still, like, you got to get in the brain. She not used to seeing that living on the farm. I mean, I don't know if that'll change her perspective or anything. Maybe it'll start to make her think a little differently about it. At the end of the day, those are all people they know, so I can understand them being attached to them. Like, I mean, having to kill, like, you know, loved ones would definitely be a very hard decision. And you would definitely want to believe that they're not, you know, really gone.
I have to go ask
And that they can be cured.
That was not cool.
Which part? The part where that bitch almost got us killed?
Man, look at the world you live in. Everything almost gets you killed. You chose to go, though.
You know, for a smart guy, you're really stupid.
I'm
Yeah, that
confused
was confusing.
because I think you just paid me a compliment,
Right.
but you made it sound.
Okay, what in the world? What is going on? Like, mixed signals like crazy.
Was she? I don't know how to tell Carol this was another dead end.
Come on, let's move.
Super dead end. Yeah. Shane has good aim. It's like he's playing with, like, you know, auto lock on and aim assist. There you go. Oh, now she's getting them.
Morning after pills. Will they even work?
I don't know.
She's gonna take a bunch of them.
I don't know if I want him to.
What? That came out of nowhere. Oh, he like stopped the car. She gonna overdose, man. Like, that's a lot of morning after pills to take. Those were the morning afters, right? Is that safe? Like, better go vomit all that back up. Dale can always just sense things.
Looking out for the group.
You think the group would be better off without me? Dale? Did you tell that to Rick or Lori?
But I was the time that you raised your gun on Rick.
Yeah,
You
he
had
saw
him
that.
in your sights, and you held him there.
He didn't forget about that, man.
You think that's the kind of man I am?
That's right.
He said, that's right.
Just think that through. Say I'm the kind of man gun down his own best friend.
She's like, why wouldn't I go down you?
What you think I do to some guy that I don't even like?
Wow. That was a pretty tense scene between Shane and Dale. Dale really does be knowing what's going on. But man, now Rick just found these morning after pills.
We can't leave. I'm pregnant.
Are you?
He said, are you?
Doesn't matter.
Days?
Kind of does matter.
And you didn't tell me?
I'm telling you now.
No, you're not.
I found these.
He found out.
So when you're holding on to this,
You want me to bring a baby
To this?
into this? To live a short, cruel life?
how can you think like that?
We can't protect the son we already have.
So
We can't live like this. Is there anything else I should know about?
Shane.
Shane and I.
Yes, she's really telling him.
I know. Of course.
He said, of course I know.
The world went to shit and you thought I was dead. Right?
That's what you've been saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, hurry up and say yes. Come on. I figured Rick would understand that. I mean, you know, her thinking he was dead and everything. And that was cool. Like, I mean, like, he was basically just mad that she didn't, like, tell him. And that she was trying to, you know, just go and make the choice without him. Like, it's not even, because he said, like, you thought if you really didn't want it, that I would make you have it. Like, it's not like he was trying to force her to just have the child, even if she didn't want to. But it's like, she was hiding secrets and technically, like, you know, killing his child without even letting him in on it, letting him know. And I mean, I get her whole conscious thing and everything. But it feels like, now, in this day and age, with everything they got going on, like, yeah, I can totally understand Rick being upset about her not telling him. And it is funny that, you know, she was mad at him for not telling him about the house. I mean, I understand her being upset about that since, you know, she is pregnant. So, of course, she wouldn't want to leave. And it's like, at least Rick had, like, a plan, I guess, if you will, when he was keeping that secret about the house. Like, he was like, well, he's like, well, I'm trying to convince him not to. So that's why I'm not telling these people, because if things go according to my plan, they'll never have to know that he wanted us to leave. I guess until now, Lori didn't have a plan. But then she came up with a plan, and it was plan B. A lot of it. I don't know how healthy that is to take a lot of plan B. So I'm glad she vomited it up like that. But, yeah, so they still didn't find Sophia, which I'm not really surprised about, I guess. It didn't feel like it was gonna happen in this episode. Like, I keep on thinking, like, I've accepted that it's gonna be a while now. I think before I said maybe episode 6 or 7, maybe not even more. I keep on thinking maybe it'll be the next episode, because it feels like, how much longer can it go? Because how long can Sophia survive? At this point, if they find her, she's got to be like with somebody else, right? That's like, you know, or at least she's got to have found some type of really good place that, like, she can get food and shelter and all that type of stuff. Because it's like, otherwise, how is she surviving this long without any food, without shelter, without all that? You know what I mean? Like, so she has to have found some type of good situation at this point. Shane, you know, Shane is still just being Shane this episode. And it's cool to see that Dale is starting to see through him, or at least probably has always seen through him. But now he's really like, okay, he sees him, I don't know, getting to Andrea. So he's like, okay, I gotta end this. Let me try to get this guy to go away. And he just kept it straight up with him. Like, Shane was like, you think I'm that type of man that would shoot my best friend? And they was like, yeah, I do. That's right. Because you almost do gotta wonder, you're like, is Shane telling the truth? Is he lying to Dale and to himself when he says Rick is his best friend and that he loves him like a brother and he never hurt him? Because it sure doesn't seem that way. You know, when, like, Andrea asked him what kept him here, he looked over and he wasn't looking at Rick. He was looking at, like, I think Lori and Carl and whatnot. It's like he kind of want to take Rick's place. It's like he kind of wants to take Rick's place in a way, if you will. So I don't know, man. I can totally understand Dale being a little paranoid, or not paranoid. Paranoid isn't even the word, but he being a little cautious about Shane, because Shane has been showing some pretty alarming behavior. I wonder if Dale's going to start to let other people in on this fact and let them know that he has some different theories about what happened that night with Otis. Because eventually I think that's going to have to come out. That's another big secret that, is being held. But it didn't. It kind of came out this episode with Dale figuring it out. Or at least, making some inferences to kind of get closer to it. But a lot of other secrets came out. Lori finally told Rick about her and Shane, which I wasn't even expecting, honestly. I was expecting the pregnancy thing to maybe come out and, the walkers being in the barn. But I wasn't even thinking about that she might tell him about her and Shane. So that was another secret that came out. So it's kind of nice seeing all these secrets and whatnot come to the forefront and actually come to light, because eventually a secret on TV is usually interesting until it's not. And eventually you're just like, oh my goodness, okay, now I need for these characters to know. So I'm glad that, they haven't dragged these on for too long, and that now they're letting these secrets come to light, and then now we can move forward and see, what's going to happen next with all this. I think that what these people are doing, like Herschel and his family holding the walkers in the house, is a very realistic thing. Like, I can imagine people in the real world doing that. And I like the fact that it seems like they keep on trying to pick on things that they know that people in real life would do. And I mean the writers. They're having the characters go through situations where you're like, oh yeah, I can imagine there being some people that would think like this and act like this if the world really did this. There would definitely be a subgroup of people that are like, these are still people. We cannot kill them. We must just hold on to them. So, I'm not I thought that was really cool that they had Herschel's family be like that. So I'm interested to see, if Maggie being attacked might start changing her perspective any, or if anything else might happen that'll change their perspective. I have a feeling that eventually they're going to have to kill these walkers themselves, and kill their family basically, and friends, whoever the other people were. I guess they were maybe neighbors or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's gonna be tough when that comes, because it's a tough world. I feel them. I can feel why they want to just hold on to those people and not kill them. But I don't know, man. It's like at a certain point, you got to let them go. And just that about it that I want to talk about. It's cool to see Carl back up on his feet, wanting to learn how to shoot and everything. He definitely seemed older and more mature in this episode. And I think it is probably a good idea for him to learn, just given the state that the world is in. At this point, it's not like he's just trying to do it just for fun. You know what I mean? He's trying to protect people. He's trying to protect himself. He's trying to help find Sophia. And like I said, I hope that Carl is the person to find her, kind of. Because I feel like that would just be cool. And that would show Lori, that he can really, he can really do things. I don't know. Might not end up happening, but it just seemed like that would be cool if Carl was the person to find Sophia. Or at least was along on the trip when they find her. And Glenn and Maggie, a lot of mixed signals going on there, but I guess it's just because, Maggie really likes Glenn, but is conflicted about it because she doesn't want to get too attached to him. So I can understand that. It's definitely a very reasonable way to feel, especially, given the state and the context of which they're meeting. And, this thing that's probably going to be temporary because she knows that their family can't stay there forever. So, yeah, I can feel her, not being sure how to handle that. So, but it looks like she really does like Glenn at the end of the day. And he also just kind of saved her life in this episode. I think she probably appreciated that maybe. And that probably opened her eyes a little bit more to what these walkers can do. Oh, and then Andrea and Shane, that was unexpected. She just all of a sudden just reached over and grabbed his crotch. I was like, whoa, I didn't see that one coming. But I guess she just got in the zone, She just killed all those walkers, and that kind of, got her kind of horny from killing the walkers. So they were like, okay, then let's go. Shane just immediately parked the car and was like, all right, the condo's in the glove compartment. Let's start it. Okay, that was an Eminem reference. But anyway, yeah. That's going to be it for this episode. I think that's all I want to say. So go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And head on over to Patreon for the full uncut reactions to The Walking Dead. Until next time, I will see you all later.